Come here. Get off.
People making lists, buying special gifts, taking time to be kind to one and all. ... Why don't you give love on Christmas Day?
Yes,
I'm singing the Johnny Gill version. Okay, Merry Christmas, bitches.
Merry Christmas.
Welcome to the sixth and final quickie of The Turn On. Next week we will be back with that hot fire.
Yeah, we will.
So we are gonna make this a quick one. This quickie, we're gonna do a few shout outs. We are going to shout out a few accounts on social media, a couple of accounts on social media that make us laugh, make us learn, make us to
give
do
us
threes.
delights.
Give us delights like this Christmas
Enjoy.
season has. Hopefully you are enjoying your Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, hopefully you're enjoying your day off. Whatever you got, I hope it is delightful.
Yeah, hopefully you have a day off.
And yeah, if you don't, fuck your job and thank you for whatever you're doing, because you probably have to do that. So
Yeah, essential as hell.
exactly. Okay, so we're gonna get started. Do you want to start, Kimria?
I mean, I guess. So I guess the first person I want to shout out is somebody who I started following, I don't know, in November. Her name is Asia Chloe Brown. Is that one of yours? You just looked at me.
But I love her.
Yeah. So she tweets about all kinds of stuff, but what earned the follow for me was that she did this whole thread about, like, for people who have sex with women, this is how you make them come. Oh, I thought I sent it to you.
You might have. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll get it again.
So she, like, one thing that really stuck with me, I was just repeating this to somebody else with attribution. She was like, you know, rubbing on a woman, like, what did she say? Just putting your finger, essentially, just rooting around inside a vagina basically is like rubbing on a man's elbow and expecting him to come.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not touching the clit, for 90 some odd % of people who identify as women who have clitorises, you missing a point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, period. So she was like doing a whole breakdown of, like,
I remember this thread.
yeah. Of, like, for, you know, she mostly angled it toward men, right? Because she's just thinking about the majority of folks.
Because
in this
most
culture
women that are having sex
know
with
how
women
to
understand what a woman wants.
Exactly. So, like, really breaking it down, suggesting toys to use, like, all kinds of stuff. And it was super comprehensive. And she even, like, opened up her DMs and was answering questions in real time to clueless ass men who were hitting her up. And yeah, it was just, and one thing
Doing the Lord's work.
Really and fucking truly. And it was something that she said that stood out to me that I had never really thought about, but I felt. And she was saying that, because somebody, I think one of the questions was about, like, lube or something, and he was saying she doesn't want to use it, and he was saying that she was like, well, a lot of women feel like a failure if they have to use lube because they feel like their body is not doing what it's supposed to do.
Your body just might not produce lube.
Or might not be aroused enough. Or it's a whole bunch of fucking, your hormone, all kinds of shit. You're on birth control. You're on allergy medication.
I find when I use lube, I get even wetter.
Yeah.
I just need a little jump start.
To start you off. I use lube almost every single time I have sex.
Especially if you fucking for hours.
Yeah.
You need lube. Yeah.
And I don't feel any ways about it, but there was a time when I did, and it's because I was with a man who basically told me something was wrong with me because I wasn't getting wet.
Yeah, something's wrong with me.
Yeah. Well, that is exactly it. It was literally just because I did not actually want to be having sex with him anymore. And so my mind was not there. And so my body was not there. And so I wasn't making any lubrication because my body was trying to stop that nigga from entering my body.
Yeah.
But it made me think of that. And she said in particular, she was like, a lot of black women in particular have this issue. And a lot of it is just socialization, being told that that is what we are supposed to be able to do on our own and that we shouldn't need any help, which is basically the fucking epitome of how black women are treated, right? Like, we're supposed to do everything without help. And apparently that even comes down to fucking lubing up,
having sex with someone else. Come on. Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Exactly. So that really stood out to me. But so her handle on Twitter is at Asia Chloe Brown. Alrighty. That's at ASIA CHLOEBROWN. So she's pretty dope.
All righty. Well, my favorite sex learning follow is Raquel Savage. I think I might have sent you to her, but send her information to you.
That's good because I almost did her, and I was like, he's probably gonna do her.
No, I absolutely love her. So her handle on Twitter is at Raquel_Savage, RAQUEL_SAVAGE. So she is a sex educator, but her profile says sex coach, sex educator, slut, and I love it because she used to do she was on
OnlyFans, and
she does OnlyFans
sex work, but did she say she was retiring?
Yeah, she's retiring from sex. Well, she's retiring from like prostitution, but she also like still does OnlyFans and sex education, that kind of thing. And remember, I said I'd like am a Patreon patron.
Oh, it's her.
It's her.
Dope.
I mean, it's her lowest level because a bitch. I'm still trying to.
Yeah, but you're supporting
patron
her.
The turn on.
Yeah.
But I support her because I think that she makes she's really open about sex. She makes it accessible. She does these amazing threads. When we're talking about lube, she did this whole thing about like normalizing lube, and she was like showing clips from she showed a couple still photos from like some OnlyFans content that she created where she's like holding a thing of lube. She's like, yeah, I use lube. Pussies get dry after fucking for so long. Let's normalize lube. She also is like, let's abolish the idea of foreplay. Let's just call it sex. She like yeah. So I really like her. I think she's like really smart and just really cool. Like I would love to just like sit down and talk shit about ain't shit niggas with her.
Maybe we can get her on the show.
Yeah, I would love to have her here on the show as a guest. So yeah, I really like her. I think she's super informative, super smart, and makes like sex education accessible and not, I mean, she ain't gonna clown you unless you're like a cis man being on that cis man bullshit. But she's really interesting. I'll do a little plug for her in January on her OnlyFans, in her OnlyFans page, she is going to start doing tips and tricks on like, this is how you squirt, this is how you do X, Y, and Z. And she has put out a call for not just cis women bodies, but trans bodies and males and all of that, cis men bodies, because she wants to show everyone, because everyone's put together differently, how some of these things work. And so she said it's going to be on her OnlyFans and not her Patreon, because you can't be busting it open on Patreon.
Right.
But she does really cool stuff on her various platforms. And she has really like, if you want to see a hoe that has done it right, Raquel Savage has. She's like really figured out ways to like, I don't want to make it all about a dollar, but she figured out really interesting ways to monetize her content and still make it accessible.
That's dope.
So yeah, I like her.
Yeah.
Okay, so who else you got?
So I have Mistress Marley.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah. So her Twitter handle is eyesxonfire. And she calls herself the chocolate dom. She's a financial dom. She's a sex educator. I went to her site and her rates start at $400 an hour. I'm like, yes, bitch.
So, I fucks with her really, really hard. Yeah. She also just does regular, more in addition to just financial dom work. She does just regular dom work. She does sugaring and all that stuff. Like, she is just overall a really dope person. And did you find her how I found her?
I don't know.
So I found her because there was a picture of some chick walking a white man on a leash.
Yes. Yep. That's
some HBCU homecoming. And they were like, this chick brought her sugar daddy on a leash. And she was like, no, that was my sub. And I was paid to bring him and walk him on a leash. And I was just like, this is a bad bitch.
Yeah. That guy.
She's like 25 years old. She should be coming to DC for like a dom workshop or something. And I plan on being there.
Yeah. And she does this whole, it's called the Black Dom Sorority, where it's like a collective of Black and Afro-Latina doms.
Yeah.
Where she's just like training folks to do.
This is how you run these pockets.
Yeah. And I love that because she's like teaching the babies. Like, she's still a baby herself.
Yeah. But no, I like her. I love her. So, okay. So mine is not a sex related follow, but this is a different one, Kenry, because I know you'd be like,
is it one of them old men that you think
Yes.
is funny that I don't think is funny? God, you and these old men.
Adore. So I have two old men that I adore. First one is Spice Adams. He's
just not funny.
Used to be an NFL player. He's like my type of funny. He's like, oh, not old. He think our age.
No, right.
So he's like black dude, and it's just for some reason he just has like the funniest skits. They're not problematic. It's just like, old black man doing old black man shit. Well, not old black man, but you get what I'm saying.
He's probably like in his 40s.
No, he's our age.
Is he really? Okay,
yeah,
he look older than
But
us.
the problem is, like with football players, they be like
It's
retired
rough
for
on their
15
body,
years,
too, yeah.
and you be like, but you my age, So,
Also, though, he looks older.
well, yeah. So I really like him to get my chuckle. And then I also like.
Did you give his handle?
Oh, at Spice Adams
On IG.
on IG.
Okay.
Also, I really love Kev on stage. Mm-hmm. He is just as wholesome as they come, but relatable. And he is our age, because I think he's like late 30s, almost 40. One of the problems that I have with like Instagram and Twitter people is that I feel like some parts of their lives are a little too performative. And so they're like, let's trot our kids out to be cute and do that kind of thing. Ugh. He doesn't trot his kids out, but like you can tell he like loves his kids. He be gassing them up, loves his wife, but not in like if it is a performative thing, they're doing it well.
It don't come across that way.
It's convincing as fuck. And then he just like speaks on shit, and it's like he's one of them Christian comics, so he ain't cussing and all that stuff, but just funny as hell. And I don't mind like sharing a clip with him with the church lady that I work with or my aunties, So Kev on stage, this one's for you.
What? This one's for you? Oh, sorry,
Bitch,
I got confused.
I'm
tired.
Beer. I'm raising a beer. Okay, so what you got?
That's it. Oh, okay. Actually, so we announced what was it? October, maybe November. I don't know. Time goes, and we record these ahead of time. But we joined the Frolic Podcast Network.
Yes,
which is a network of podcasts that are related to the romance world. So like some are about movies, some are about books. None of them obviously has the same niche or take that we have, where we all about black shit all the time. But it's a great network. There's lots of other podcasts that you might enjoy other than ours if you give them a chance. They do things like on their account, which is on Frolic, which just makes me think of brolic, what you're talking about is not a word.
Brolic is a word. Fuck all y'all. Brolic is for a big, thick-necked motherfucker.
Yes, absolutely. Who will fight?
I don't even think they need to fight. They just need to be thick-necked.
But I feel like the thick neck suggests that you'll beat a nigga ass even if you won't.
I'll take it.
Yes. But it's on Frolic, and they do stuff like, cover reveals and sneak peeks at books that aren't out yet, and Q&As with authors and that kind of thing. So it's fun.
Yeah. So the only request that we have for you is follow Frolic on the interwebs. And you should be subscribed to the Turn On, but yeah, make sure you're following us too. Okay, so that is
miss when this next season drops,
right? So we will see y'all next week on January 1st when we drop in that hot fire. Until then, Eric and Kenria, two hoes making it clap. We hope you enjoyed this week's Quickie. We're hard at work on season 2 of The Turn On, finding fantastic books to share and amazing experts to join us in the studio. And we're counting the days until we return on January 1st. In the meantime, keep hitting us up at theturnonpodcast@gmail.com with your book recommendations and burning sex and related questions. And follow us on Twitter at @theturnonpod and Instagram at @theturnonpodcast so you don't miss a minute. And remember, The Turn On is a part of the Frolic Podcast Network. You can find more podcasts you love at Frolic Media /podcast. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you soon.